case study 2, Micron Bridge, done at Swinburne University of Technology for the unit Cost Engineering. This is the second semester of 2013. My group members are Cyprian, Isaac, I'm Kenneth, and what we're going to talk about is a short, brief introduction about the case. We're going to talk about our progress, how we started doing the work, what kind of issues we had before we actually had to do anything, how we divided it. Cyprian's going to talk about activities. Isaac, he's going to talk about scheduling. I'll close it up with the preliminary cost estimate and summary.
Okay, hi, my name is Cyprian and I will be talking about activities. Under activities, there are 4 phases, namely pre-feasibility phase, feasibility phase, creation of construction contract, and finally the construction and the commissioning of the bridge itself. Under pre-feasibility phase, there are quite a lot of time being spent on it. This is what we believe is for the soil investigation, since it can be very time consuming. And the next one would be because of the map study to determine the closest point on both lands so as to create a cost-heavy bridge, and finally to create an order of magnitude. The next phase is the feasibility phase. Under this phase, the team has agreed that in order for a project to be successful, it has to be done in accordance to 3 major things. These are going to be being environmentally friendly, economically viable, and to be socially responsible. Therefore, in this phase, it has been assumed that the activities revolves around this understanding. And for the third phase, the creation of construction contract, this phase is mainly for paperwork, whereby both parties has to come to agreement and they are actually going through negotiation. And this is very important so as to protect the interests of both parties and to safeguard and finally the fourth phase, where the construction and the commissioning of the bridge is conducted. The construction of the bridge is done by the means of cantilever method, and this process took around 41 months, including the defects and liability. And the next phase will be the commissioning.
Hi, my name is Isaac, and I'm handling the schedule of the project, the case study. You've heard Cyprian talk about the activities of the project, and these activities are sorted into 4 different phases. So we created a schedule for this activity to just know the duration and also the path of the project. And the method used was the critical path method, the CPM method, and 2 types of problems were faced during this period of scheduling. The first one was the duration, the second one was the path. So for duration, to know the duration of each activities, we went through 2 kinds of process. The first one was the by fax, where we can gather up information from the internet by seeking help from the lecturer and also friends. And the second one was estimates. We just assume the duration of the activities. For the next problem, that is the path of the schedule, that is also based on the knowledge that we gain through this unit, going through this unit, and also by facts in the internet, from the lecturer, from our textbook, from everywhere that we can find. And also when we estimate also, we assume the path of the schedule to be like this. That's all for my part, and I pass this presentation to Kenneth.
So now that we've finalized and identified all of the activities that Cyprian just talked about, and we've looked at the time frame for each one of the activities under phase 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're ready to look at the preliminary cost estimate, seeing how much this project is going to cost. This proved to be quite a bit of a challenge for us, since we haven't built a bridge, not one as big as that one anyway before, and the construction phases are just one of the big hurdles in how much is this going to cost. All the different phases that Cyprian talked about and identified, we're pretty confident they existed. The duration in the schedule, well, we have a rough guess of how long they would be, but how much should they really cost? The prices that we put down in the report, they're estimates from our engineering heart, we don't really know, but we talked with our lecturer and did some research on Google and found that it should be fair enough. The biggest problem, however, was, well, if you're an engineering company and you're doing a project like this, it's not all about the construction. You actually want to make money. Phases 1, 2, and 3 are really good for that. But how big is the value of the overall total project? We were lucky enough to find a link, a reference on the internet for the Malaysian Board of Engineers that said, well, if you have a total project of a bridge like this, well, the real bridge, not that one, then we should divide it up to about 2 to 3.3% of the total construction cost. That amounted up to, I think, about 1.1 million and 2.2 million for phase 1 and 2, as well as phase 3 being 9%. Let's round this presentation. These were all the 3 major components of the report, but really what made this happen was our 3 troubled minds facing a lot of difficulty, especially in the beginning. Our brainstorming session here produced a lot of different materials and input ideas that we could work on. We didn't really know which ones to use, which way to attack, and how to utilize all this information that we've been given during this unit here in Swinburne. The final end product is really our ability to utilize resources. We found resources external on the internet, and we've also used our lecture, which has helped us quite a lot to steer us in the right direction, so we could actually not just see the path, but get on the track and move in the right direction. Not only move in the right direction, but move in the right direction as a team. This report is a product of us 3 young men in Swinburne and our ability to come together, working for one cause and for one purpose, and that's building this report.
Yeah, that's a wrap for us.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.